Get ready for an unexpected, bizarre tale, folks. After ordering, Ryan waited at the bus stop and ran into his ex across the street. So, he waved hello, but his ex acted like he was a ghost. Ryan started questioning his life choices and hopped on the bus to chat with his sister. But surprise! His sister had a no-talking policy today. Luckily, Ryan had a dad who loved him dearly. One day, Ryan brought tasty snacks to visit his sick dad in the hospital. No response. Ryan was frozen in shock. What if his dad had indeed checked out, right there waiting for him? Just as Ryan was rushing to find the doctor, he realized it was just his dad's prank with an Oscar-worthy performance. Dad set up the heart monitor early for realism. Playful, indeed. Once Ryan saw his dad was fine, he sighed in relief and whipped out the bread he bought to make things easier to eat. Ryan carefully cut a small piece, but who knew his dad would still choke? So he dashed to find a doctor for help, but of course, what he feared came true. By the time he got a doctor, his dad had already choked to death. When leaving the hospital, Ryan was utterly confused. How could he be so unlucky? Just came to see his dad, and now he's staying permanently. Thank goodness for his slowness, otherwise, soon a reunion. This had Ryan's rage skyrocketing. A malicious and vengeful seed began to stir within him, and he yearned for wiping everyone out completely. The next day, he held his dad's funeral, which was a grand affair yet oddly desolate. His sister didn't just show up late, she arrived last. But in Ryan's eyes, at least she showed up. When the funeral wrapped up, the priest played a goodbye song per Ryan's dad's dying wish. The song choice was indeed a real day, 'cause Dad couldn't even refrain from mocking his sisters even after passing, which was truly speechless. As he bid farewell to his family and friends, Ryan suddenly witnessed an extremely horrifying incident. He was reminded of his school years, and it felt eerily similar. The most annoying reminder was Julia, the girl with glasses, because she treated Ryan like he was invisible. Finding out old classmates had moved nearby made Ryan's headache return. He couldn't help but tug on her hair, which had finally started growing back. During the meal, the thing Ryan dreaded the most actually happened. If it weren't for his sister calling his name, Julia truly looked like she couldn't see him. But Ryan's nightmare was just beginning. The next day, his sister told him they desperately needed money. She had already found a real estate agent, an elderly lady, to sell all their dad's property, including the house and car. Anna tried to refuse, but they ignored her yet again. They simply told Anna to move out quickly, and they'd split the house sale money later. Without waiting for Anna to say anything, Emily hastily jumped into the car and sped off. However, the real Anna was truly done with seeing her. She didn't want to see her at all, just wanted her gone. Recently, Anna and her house money were supposed to split on time. Again, without waiting for a word, Emily zoomed off. However, what truly made it unacceptable for Anna was the incident that occurred on her way home. She discovered that the real estate agent selling her house was none other than Julia, the queen bee of the clique. Standing under the billboard, she was a picture of despair, filled with fear and injustice. Her hands involuntarily reached for her hair, yanking hard enough to pull off a piece of her scalp. Before she could even feel regret, a loud and urgent bark erupted from nearby. In a panic, Anna let go of Doggy, and her father's little pup lay in a puddle of blood. That little pup was perhaps the only friend she had left in this entire world. With ravenous flames of revenge blazing inside her, Anna glared at the woman on the billboard. She tracked down the woman to a dance hall and bravely spilled her thoughts for the first time. She instructed Julia to get out of her life and made it clear that she absolutely wasn't selling that house. But Julia ignored her again, staring strangely at the top of Anna's head. The clique's snarky remarks transported Anna back to high school prom. Julia found herself having lost her wig right in front of everyone's eyes. That was a trauma she could never forget. Anna left the dance hall, her tears blending with the rain. Passers-by still saw her as a transparent person, but it was time for a change. While sheltering from the rain, a drunken man urinated all over Anna gross. Furious, she kicked him, but instead of backing off, he got pushy, demanding her pants be compensated. Anna reluctantly whipped out her dad's small knife, but it only made him angrier. That was indeed her most cherished shirt. As the man charged fiercely towards her, Anna finally lost her composure, stabbing him directly and deeply in the neck. Blood squirted out, and she felt a rush of relief like never before, as if liberated. With each stab, Anna increasingly felt empowered, as if she was finally undergoing a transformation. Did good people deserve to be bullied? Although she panicked for a moment, she soon regained her composure, allowing the downpour to wash away the majority of the evidence. As long as she dumped the body in the river, who'd suspect her? Strangely enough, after Anne unleashed her true self, strangers surprisingly have completely stopped ignoring her. She was no longer an easy, malleable target. She had transformed into a highly lethal bullet. She was ready to make everyone pay. The next morning, Anna was surprised to see she looked way more attractive. Could it possibly be that murder has some miraculous beauty benefits? Looking at the bloody weapon while recalling the man's painful gasps, she felt an unspeakable thrill. Murder seemed strangely addicting. But just on her way to work, Anna noticed a police crowd around the previous night's murder scene. Clearly, someone had discovered the body. She nervously looked away, reassuring herself quietly not to panic. As long as she remained invisible like usual, who would suspect her? Little did poor Anna know, she wasn't the same person anymore. Morning came, and the editor asked her about today's headlines. The usually reserved Anna, invariably confined to the front desk, surprisingly felt an urge to share what she saw in the morning murder. But before she could even open her mouth, a late colleague burst in and beat her to it, stealing her thunder. Anna became the sideline detective again, feeling quite upset. Clearly, she had this idea first. She was capable of disclosing numerous concealed details that the police had omitted. What could be more headline-worthy than a serial killer in town? So Anna bravely volunteered to conduct an interview at the victim's house. The editor took careful notice of her recent performance. Immediately, he sent new recruit Sean with her. But Anna had other plans. She wanted to leverage the media to sway public opinion and influence the investigation direction. Plus, she wanted to investigate the victim's character to ease her guilt after the murder. Upon arriving at the deceased's home, his mother naturally and unreservedly defended her son. Disappointed, Anna seized the opportunity to sneak into the victim's room under the guise of using the bathroom. She found a notice of his termination due to alcohol abuse in the trash can. Turns out, he wasn't the angel his mom claimed he was. After hurrying out, they visited nearby neighbors, confirming Anna's suspicions. The deceased frequently clashed with neighbors while drunk, making him a total menace. Please refer to the subtitles below for a detailed understanding of the dialogue.